I'm here. Did some Walmart Sparks and been working on the car, trying to get this thing to get to where it should be. Had a mechanic do some shiesty. Woo-wee. But it takes time when you want to do that stuff yourself because you save that money. But I'm gonna wait right now. I'm live now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm live now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait right here because look, I woke up to when I was in between doing the car and doing the Walmart Spark, so someone like wrote me something. I was like, what the heck? I was like, what the heck? So I went and double checked. What's up, everybody? Hulk Smash, what's up? And then I was like, oh wow. So with that, you know, I'm gonna go over all of this stuff right here. I'm gonna be going over all of this stuff right here. Every single last bit of it. I'm gonna be going over every single last bit of it. So I'm gonna wait. You guys can the ones who said whatever, Hannibal, I know you're on. Gig House Official. And let me go ahead and let everyone know about this live stream right here. This live stream is about whatever community you are in on YouTube. Every other platform is different. The Reddits are different. Different things are different. But this is going to be going with the YouTube and the YouTube communities. This is not going to um, be about gig work. This is going to be about addressing every single thing here. And it's going to be about all of that. And it's going to be about how this came about. So when I did the first interview with Eli, these people came on out and they were upset with me, not knowing Mr. Flex, not knowing anyone, but because you do something with Eli, you know, it's like that. So after that, I did a second interview with Eli. We went at it because he's different, way different. Went at it. He banned me, did all that stuff. And then I came at him in a different direction. And I understand the dude a little bit. And I'm using that to have it to be where it is now. There's a lot of people upset because Eli, they're like, what the hell happened? Reese was mad at Eli. Eli is talking to Reese. Reese is helping him. If you notice, Eli didn't ban a lot of people in his last live after you guys were sitting there just watching it in the chat. He did not ban anyone when he actually came on there. He did his thing. Um, he did his thing. Oh, and people, if look, this is gonna be this live is gonna be straightforward and to the point. So I may not be all the way in that chat section there, looking at things because I'm about to be getting over all this stuff. So I do this thing with Eli, and people are like upset because they're like, hold up. Like, we're trying to keep Eli. The people in the other communities who don't like him are upset because he somehow has found a way to get his information out with someone who finds it intriguing enough to want to do it. He said it himself. I would rather do it on um on his channel than mine because that's more up his alley there. That's what he does. All right. So it is what it is, and they're upset. It was proven that they know nothing about the gig world, nothing about the community. They hop up on other people's channels and they don't know anyone that hops up there or anything like that. And they just get up there. Crazy. They don't know anyone or anything. They just get up there. Just get on up there. not knowing anything. Tommy didn't know Tammy. Tammy didn't know Tommy. Yup didn't know any of them. They don't know anyone. And I'm going to tell you where this gets to in my title. YouTube and people and destruction of communities. They go in and destroy communities because they have nothing else better to do. And when they try to do it, they do something. And I'm going to tie in Jeff Thomas Black because he has gone through something like that, like this. I'm gonna let you guys know, and you don't know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and get straight down to the list right after this. That Tammy person, whoever she is, I've never seen her or anything. I woke up to, she was she was watching one of my videos. It was like for a minute and 40 seconds or something else like that. It could have been longer than that. She was on there trying to do a reaction, but the thing she was saying during the reaction had nothing to do with anything. She was just making it up on the fly because she don't know what's going on. And she did that. And I've been tagged in these videos. Ain't nothing wrong with doing that, but when you do it, you got to understand what's going on. She was upset because I like Eli. She was like, "Who is this Mr. Flex character? I'll go over there." Went on to Mr. Flex, met Mr. Flex, and when she went on and met Mr. Flex, Flex is over there talking all this stuff. I go on Eli's chat because they're ignoring me in Flex's own chat before I went to my other channel and start writing there. I have to go to Eli's chat to actually talk to Mr. Flex and talk to Tammy so they can see it. And they were actually communicating with me with Eli being the link so that I can communicate with them. That's what was going on. So while I went and clicked on it, she was talking a whole bunch of stuff, and she has no idea who I am. I just did an interview with Eli. She went and said a whole bunch of stuff. So she also, people, this is part of destruction of other communities since they are part of another one. Since she was talking stuff, and when I clicked on and they recognized it was me, she did what everybody else did on Flexes. She did all of that, right? She actually did all of that. And I let them know. I said, Flex, you already went through this on your other channel, Flex. You already went through this with Cherry Pick. You guys doing that, making fun of a disability and other stuff like that. We already went over that. That's why your channel is the way it is. They came over and did that, and you did nothing to stop them. So when I said Flex, they're doing it on your channel. You already went through this. That should have been a red flag to you. Let me stop this lady. She don't know what the hell she talking about. She just coming up here talking stuff. And anything that they say up here on my channel, on my panel, that goes to my brand new channel. It all goes to this new channel right here. So instead of stopping them, you allowed them to get up there and when she did that, I let her know what it was. She said, well, I stutter too. See, you tried to make yourself do it. You don't do it in your regular speech. It's not part of who you are. You never had to learn how to read words different because you have slight dyslexia and you see B's and D's differently and things like that. You don't have that, and that comes out in your speech. So when you make fun of it, you don't know what you're doing. That was your first use of harassment and bullying on Mr. Flex underscore or Mr. underscore Flex, Unlimited. That was your first thing that you tried to do to Flex. Now, Flex thought it was way cool, right? Flex thought this was all the way cool. So what does Flex do with all of his other friends that he had on the lounge? He threw you $5 for no reason. You said, oh, thank you, Flex. I like him. You got to know that Flex throws money out there to his friends in order to gain them. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that. But that's what happened. He did it to Johnny in Bracket Gaming. That's his name. Threw him a 50. Didn't know nothing about him. Didn't know nothing about him. Just threw him a 50. Threw you 5 because now not only do you not like Eli and Eli don't talk to you, you're talking about me. So that was worth $5 for Flex. He threw that up in there, and now you're up there. You got mad because I used the exact terms. Fat is fat. When you go to the doctor don't say you need to lose obesity. The doctor will give you a BMI, or they'll send you to someone like me. They'll have you do a body fat analysis, where you can see how much body fat you have. Then we go ahead to figure out a plan for you. We figure out what your injuries are, what you got going on, what you have mentally, so we can properly diagnose what you got going on and fix you. Injuries on the ankles, the knees, the hips, the neck. Do you have fibromyalgia? Do you have ataxia? Do you have any of these things? Then we can go ahead and put you on a program. But with too much fat on your body, it's going to hinder you from doing certain things. So when I use the word fat, I am not using the word fat as a derogatory term. That is what it is called. Obesity is a disease that comes from too much fat. So you got to understand that. There was no one harassing no one. And you got to hear it instead of trying to read it off of a chat text, because I do voice to text. Let me go ahead and make that straight. Now, you were going at Eli and you were going at people so tough that ain't nobody came at you like that. Shut you up live. You even had the other people like feeling sorry for you because you said, no, you know how I look because of Eli. Eli ain't never doxed anyone. We're going to get into you doxing. Eli ain't never doxed you. He ain't never showed me how you look. He ain't never did none of that. I only communicate with Eli in chat messages online so everyone can see. That's how I do it. Eli never did that. I was able to listen to you and how you breathe with your cadence and everything and how you sound just like a Karen. You sound like you ask to see the store manager like 10 times a day. That is what it's like. And ain't nobody came at you like that. And you tried. So what did you do? Let's get into this. Now, you didn't do this on Flex's, you did this on yours. And I think what I heard earlier, Flex was saying something about a strike, or you may have gotten a strike or something. That wasn't me. Somebody else might have went ahead and did that. I am going to do my strike on the desktop, and I am going to go into every single thing here and have it highlighted in that video. So it is there. So it is all the way the actual, and I'm going to break down every single last bit. This is also the video visual piece of everything that you put up in those 3 hours so that they can see exactly what it is and what you actually did. Not only did you document people that you know nothing about, you gave up neighbors, names, ages. You gave up people that are related that you don't know. You did a whole lot of things, and you gave a whole lot of false information. So we are going to break this down right now. Now, I'm going to get right into this. You're trying to defamate my character. And Hannibal is hungry. Used to come into my chats a long time ago and say, did you do something really bad in 2019? But he was typing exactly how Hannibal speaks off the mic, so I already knew it was him. And then what he did was just verify that while he was inside your chat. So I know exactly what troll he is because he let me know about that name and the other name that he actually did that same thing with. You got to love America. You got to love America. Because in America, you can be charged and arrested and not convicted. No convictions. You can be charged and arrested, but have no convictions. You can also get things expunged off, but if it's nothing, it's nothing. Let me get into this. I do gig work. So whatever is there would have stopped me from doing any gig work since I've been doing it since the end of 2014. I've signed up for multiple apps and I'm able to drive for multiple apps. You would think that because of what they use to do all of this and on all of the things that I have to be verified for when I do contracts with like people and they sign, I use other sites like I mentioned it, Thumbtack and other sites like that. Everything is up there. They go through thorough checks. They go through thorough checks. Independent contractor, businessman, everything is there. They go through thorough checks. I wouldn't be able to drive if there was something like that. All right. DoorDash has me as Kenneth and a different last name. That's not me. They have a problem that they have to fix because I'm going to be going through the next motion with them on that. Now, let's go ahead and get this straight. The defamation of character. First of all, I want to talk about this. I'm going to start with the Tammy said there is a domestic violence or a domestic battery. Oh, and you spent the day in jail. Well, if you actually pay attention to that, what you actually read, and you tried to go further in and click on it, it actually says what time. So I went to jail for like 4 hours. I went to jail for 4 hours. I got out of jail, and the DA did not pursue the case. They dropped it because it was nothing. I'm going to give some information to some of you people out there that if you are in a situation with anyone that is in your home, it can be anyone in your home. Now, you know how they tell you that leave so you don't make a situation worse? Here is what can happen. If you move someone out the way while trying to get to where you got to get to leave, they can actually say that that's what we're going to take you in for. They take you in for it, and the DA drops it. It can be anyone in your home. If you're having a barbecue, if you have a roommate, let's say you're renting out rooms. You get into it with your roommate. You know how guys do. They'll storm out, and the guy will say, let him go, Johnny. Just let him go. Let him cool off, Johnny. Let him go. Well, because of how the society is now, that's what it is. And in California has the option to pick up anything to gain money for the state, because once you go in, the state is going to get a certain amount of money for everyone going in. The DA goes back and sees, is it going to be worth us going and putting money into this because there's no reason? The DA goes ahead and drops their thing, and there you go. Leaving situations can have you go through a few hours of something else. And in America, as long as you ain't been convicted, it's all good. I've been charged. I've been to jail like, damn. Let me think of all the cities. I've been handcuffed a gang of times. A gang of times. I've been in fights with bouncers at clubs. I've been handcuffed and shit. And there you go. That's one thing there. Now, check this out here. It says child support, right? She says something about child support. Okay. Now, for you to understand this about child support, when there is an initial case of child support that is open, okay, that stays on your record forever, even though it can be closed. I have a zero. My child support is zero. Zero. I don't have a balance. I don't have a balance. I don't have a balance. I don't have a balance at all. So you have to understand that stays on there um forever, because if you don't know that when people actually go ahead and they are paying child support, if they stop paying child support, that goes against them if they're trying to do other things. So they leave that on there so you can go ahead and do your thing, and it's there on your record. It's never going to go away, even if there is no, I don't have a balance. There's no balance. So it says Orange County child support. That is what it says, but there's no balance. I don't have a balance. I have a zero balance. There's nothing there. You have to understand that before you start speaking about certain things. All right. Okay. So we have a case drop. There's also another case that I'm surprised you didn't get this one. There was also another case up there where I ended up getting jumped and I became the aggressor because the guys couldn't fight and I got the advantage and they tried to send me to jail for felony assault. Um, I'm surprised you didn't see that one. That was also dropped because I got jumped and I ended up getting the upper hand. That was also up there. Um, I'm surprised you didn't see that one. I'm surprised you didn't see that one. Now, I want to get into this. She said, "Look at this. Look at what else he used to do. He was a security guard or something else like this." Now, here is where you get in trouble for mad doxing. Right here, mad doxing. You don't know that when you go on these sites, first of all, from the TOS that you signed, you say that you're not going to be using these to try to go at people and give out information and falsify it. Um, so you have to understand that. Now, now Cody said what? Now Cody said something right there. Let me see. I think I saw him say, yeah, exactly. And check this out, Cody. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. And people, when you have a zero balance on child support, they have you um come in to actually, like, they can call you on the phone, but that's if they can't get in contact with you. They have you come in to tell you, and they tell you exactly why and what is going on. um a lot of you guys don't know about that, but you should. Don't do it on purpose. Don't do it on purpose. Don't do it on purpose. But let me get into this mad doxing. Now, you slowed down and you showed a whole list of neighbors, family, and friends. uh, some of those were people related to my wife. Some of those were related to me. Some were neighbors who have no idea that you were doing this. So when I give my report on you, it's going down fully and thoroughly. And YouTube is going to have this video as reference also. So make sure you pay attention to this. I have never been a security guard and have that license there. I'm gonna be all the way real. Me and my father have the same name. That's my father. You documented my father on having that and all of that. So you documented my father. You said that says this name, but that's a different last name, or that can be this exact person. All of those people were related, family or friends or neighbors. You documented a lot of people, where they live, what city, and everything else like that. You also have the nerve to say you want to hire a hitman after this, and you have somebody up there that said that he wants to shoot me and he would kill me if he hit me. I'm willing to have, hey, if whenever you want to do it, let's go. Like Al Bundy says, let's rock. So you documented my father there. There's also something, and you paused it there, and you said, look at this. There is a case from 1996, and you have it up there. So since it's up there, I'm gonna say the name, Darlene A. Whittington case, right? 1996. I was 14 years old, a freshman in high school. That was something that my dad had way back in 1996. You documented my dad again, back to back. You have it up there. You have it up there. You got to make sure that you are getting the information correct. All right. You got to make sure of that. They said that, well, he has YouTube and he has ASCAP and all these things. It would show that they're taking these deductions out for child support if you did that check and everything. So you're wrong about that. That's another factor there. All of this was just mis and false information. Okay. You know what the funniest thing is? Floyd Mayweather actually spent like months in jail for actually doing it, and you guys spend money and watch him fight. But when we go through the legal system and they drop things, you want to bring it up with your gripe. So let's go through it on how much of this is false information. Now, they said that Mr. Flex has a job and he has a job and he goes out and does deliveries. I don't know if you pay attention to the gig world. That's all of us do. That's what we all do. We work on our own vehicles. We do our thing. You're going to see drivers in their vehicles nonstop. You also said that I switched from doing a studio thing, which you never knew about at all, ever in your whole history. You never knew about it, to doing it in the vehicle. From my research, I have seen that the content creators that are mostly in their vehicle, they are relating to people a whole lot better and faster. Zach drives fast and everybody else. You got to understand that. By doing that, I had a huge jump in engagement with people. But I don't think you knew about that either. So that's more false information that and misinformation that you were putting out there. And you're showing it all on your screen. And then you're saying that, well, it's fair use because I'm talking about it and going over it. But you're talking about the things that are wrong. The thing that you guys don't understand with me and the rideshare professor, I am asking him real questions that, which is why he put a video out to show you how it works in detail. He did that because of the questions that I asked. I ain't been up there slandering him and making up stuff. Now, I didn't know you were online. I was working. I would have clicked your channel, but if I click my channel, I can't go through everything that I'm going to put on your file when I go ahead and report this video. I will not be able to get through all of this. You will cut me off, have people trying to say this and that, and it will never happen. So I might as well give the full detail, full disclosure. Now, Flex said, when you said, I never seen Reese with any commercials or any of this and that, Flex said, he tried to correct you. He's talking about what he does here on YouTube with all these businesses, but he has thousands of videos. And you said, who wants to go and check that? Well, I have it simply made easy. I have playlists put up. If you go look at local businesses and click, bam, there I am. In order to do some of these things, people, and how I work with them, they have to go ahead and make sure that we are good for business with each other. That's part of doing business with these places. Do you get that? You got to get that. You got to get that part. You got to get that part. But I have them in playlists for you so you don't have to check. But Tammy, I said I was going to go ahead and tag you in all the videos individually so you can say that you don't know the information. Okay? You don't know the information. Now, if you want to see the live streams of Flex paying off people and giving them money, I have all that stuff too. You just went ahead to the same thing. And Mr. Flex, I do hope you are very, 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 very aware of this, that the next time you have them on your brand new channel, Flex, and I'm going over all of this, I'm going over all of it. When they get up there, Flex, and falsify and then try to make up something, Flex, you have put yourself into that to where you have taken yourself out of the gig community to go over in no man's land where they are. Remember, she was saying, can you answer that, Robert? Can you answer that, Reese? The reason why she's asking, can you answer it? Because it shows you what it is. And now you got to hear what the answer is. You have to ask a question. But in that same time, it's defaming and all that other stuff because you made up a bunch of nonsense. So Flex, if they go on your channel, Flex, and you allow them to be on there. Now, even if you try to say, I'm going to go ahead and rebroadcast there or simulcast theirs at the same time, and me give commentary and go in with that, it's the exact same thing. You got to understand, I'm breaking it all the way down right here. Now, Coach J Ram, you the dude that said you want to kill me. Tammy, you also said that you wish you had a hitman. You wish you had a hitman. Okay. I wish you had one too. I wish you had one too. It makes no sense about what you guys like instantly jump to. You instantly just jump to something, and it's completely wrong. Completely wrong. But it's all good. That's why Hannibal said, I knew this was going to come out. He did not want to do it because he don't have all of this. He don't have all of this info. Now, you dox the neighbors, you brought up families, cities, and other things like that. All that violates that. I went over Hannibal. You are the troll. You are the gossip queen. That is where you are. And someone said, I think it was Jay Ram. He said that I'm in between a 7 and a 9 on wanting to be killed. So that is another deathly threat that was on the channel right there. That's another one. That's another one. Now, Mr. Flex, I want you to understand this. Flex, when they ask you what's wrong with your channel, that lets you know that they have nothing. They don't know about what's going on with you and why it was taken down. But when you said 2 weeks, Tammy's answer to that said, she said this to you, Flex. I've had that happen to me a couple times. That means Flex. He's constantly getting striked. He told you that it happens to her multiple times, and then something's going on to where she has another one, probably based upon this video that she just put up, Flex. So he really lets you know the company that you are in. He gets strikes and guideline strikes all the time, Flex. So she said it happens all the time. And if you allow that up there, you are willingly gonna put yourself in a fire. And yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting death threats. I'm getting death threats. I'm getting people doxing people in cities where I live. There's one thing that I will say about this. Even the almighty cherry pick, even the almighty cherry pick never. Well, look, I have an address that's up there that I use for my personal business, but I do that myself. Any of the other addresses up there, Cherry has never done that. No one in the gig world has ever done this to anyone. This has come from outside of the gig world, which is why YouTube, we got people that out there that try to come in and destroy communities. They have nothing else better to do. Nothing else better to do. You know, there is a much better place and time to go over all of this, but I said, hey, you do a video up there, and they were saying hot facts ain't even on YouTube yet. It's been 25 hours. I put up like 4 videos. I think like not even 4. I put up a few videos yesterday. I'm good. I can wake up and go do the Walmart and fix the car and do that before I actually come on. But as you see, once I got all my notes right here, and I am addressing every single thing that you said. I am addressing every single thing that you said. I am addressing every single thing that you said. Every single thing. Every single thing that you said. You guys came from a different community, and I'm going to keep it way real. There's going to be some people that's going to be mad at me for this right here. And it's crazy because, all right, the mentally handicapped people that attend Mr. Flex's lives now, right? They've all came on my live, and I have done nothing but have complete, you know, appreciation of everything, defending people against and everything. And they even got the nerve to have the people that I have been defending from a different community to speak against me, but when they come on my show, I don't disrespect them. Angel, Johnny, Jenny, never. You can play back what has been said and everything. I keep people from hurting. RJ, interview coming soon. Have done nothing but nice things. Not because I want to, because that's how I am. Flex tried to go on today and talk about Momos and the steering wheel today. It's not what it is, man. And he says that in front of you guys. And that is disrespectful. Disrespectful. But he has all of them over there on Flex, right? Different community. He never knew about them. They never knew about him. He never knew about the Tammys or the Barbaras or whoever else gets involved, the J Rams. He never knew about any of them. He never knew about any of them. That's a whole different community. You can't go from 18 hours a day on YouTube in the gig world to all of a sudden knowing about people you've never been encountering. You have them. You only knew about Eli because of Pedro and watching an interview that I did and he hopped on. You didn't know about Eli at all. At all. Different community, but then you learn that he was doing just a little bit and enough in the gig world that you can try to tie him in. You can't do nothing with Eli, and it's apparent. None of you guys can do nothing with Eli. He wasn't even online yesterday, and you guys waited there until he came. Guess what I did? I was the entertainment for Eli. You guys were watching me in the chat, and he wasn't even there. Man, he's winning. That's why Eli says, I would love to do these interviews with Hot Facts. We go get him in. Come on now. Come on now. Let me see what's going on in here. They say the longer you associate with Eli, the worse it get. I beg to differ. It's like China Mac being associated with Crip Mac and all of them. There's things that you guys don't understand that can actually like change some things. I'm telling you, Eli, once he went on live last night, he was not banning people. You know why? He accepted my wrench and the responsibility that I gave him with the wrench. And he said, I'm going to use some of Hot Facts. And he did not ban you guys. He let you guys talk. That is a learning lesson and a huge point that you guys are not paying attention to. That's why I'm going to continue to do work with him. Just because of that. Just because of that. You guys can't do nothing with Eli at all. Nothing. He runs you guys. You guys go to wherever he is. He ain't even got to be there to have you guys buy tickets to be in the lobby waiting. You guys made him into like literally a household name because wherever he goes, you guys are following him. You have like built up a circus and you guys are the people that go and put the rides up real quick, but he's the star of the show. And you guys are following him because he's the one that can go to different venues and book because you guys are giving him the attention. And it goes, now that he's teamed up with Hot Facts on this business thing, you guys don't like it because I can actually ask real questions, break them down without you guys interrupting. And if you guys ever want to, you can appear up and be moderated by me, the interviewer, and get it done. That's how it is. That's how it is. You guys don't like that. Now, Eli does not do this. Eli does not sit and listen to everything that you had a question about to go ahead and answer them for you. Eli doesn't do that. I did this in front of everybody. I mean, it's there for everybody. I did this for everybody. So now, if there's anything that anyone would say would be one of the toughest things to ever do in your whole life, is to have to get up in public and answer questions that people are making up from not getting the full information out. That would be something that someone would say that would be very, very hard for me. There are people that will not sing in public. There are people that will not speak in public. There are people that will not do a dance move in public. There are people that just will not even go outside to be in the public. You got to understand some things that, just because you say certain things and then you go into a crowd and say, oh, well, this and that, and then call me stupid and all this other stuff. Well, Tammy, I want you to go. Well, I'll go ahead and tag you in it. I went over my nutrition plan all the way thoroughly because I was trying to help a few more people out here in the gig world. I go over the full food plan thoroughly. And I'm going to tag you in that so you can have it, so you can see how it is. And if you want, I will send it to you for free also so that we can get some of that Karen out. And you can have it for free. But when you watch it, you will be able to see and hear how I break everything down. And you won't be saying this, no one's this, or that person's not smart, or Flex told you that he uses talk to text and you refuse to listen because you want to keep saying the ridiculous needs. I'm gonna make up a Don King word, and I just did. Ridiculous needs. So it is what it is. But all in all, I went over everything. And there you go. That should be there for you. And Jeff Thomas Black has gone through this with him being a civil rights um him being a civil rights activist. He's been arrested so many times. He's been handcuffed. Martin Luther King's been arrested. They threw Gandhi in. You get arrested in the United States. It happens. But the main thing is, the reason why we live here is because we put faith in our judicial system. We pay taxes in every city that we live in. We pay taxes in every state that we live in. We pay import export tax. We pay all of that. We pay all of that. We know that breaking crimes, you got to go ahead and do something. We also do know that there is a process while that is happening. We do also know that there is a process while that's happening you can do, and then bam, once bam, it's all done. We have to put, some people don't like it, but there's a lot of you guys that go out and you're voting for people who you don't even know. You got to put your faith into the judicial system if you're going to be voting and saying certain things. Another misfact and misinformation by Tammy. It says Democrat. That's not me. That's my father. That's the third time you documented my father because we have the exact same name. I am a true indie. I am a true independent. I'm not Republican, Democrat, Green Party. I'm not the Independent Party. I am not Greenpeace. I'm not any of that. I am not any of that. I look at the situations at hand. I look at how we are supposed to be fixing certain things. If that person don't deserve to be in there, they don't deserve to be in there. But what I do is I vote on most of the acts and things that are put into our society that will make us get funneled into a bigger downfall. I vote against those so that we can keep all of our rights as being natural born citizens here, not only in America, but in the whole world. I'm also First Amendment auditor also. Also, I can break them down. I am the person acting as Robert Reese, if you really want me to start speaking like that. I really can. I'm acting as the person, but the person is a separate entity. You don't want me to start going into all of this stuff, man. I put faith into the system that I live in. I vote for what we need to be voting for. I voted for myself the last time we had to vote for president. I wrote in myself. I'm part of the percentage of people where they said, well, and this many other people were voted for. I voted for myself the past like 2 times. I do believe maybe. Yeah. And I'm not going to get into FEMA camps and what's going on and how this war and all. I'm not going to tie into all of that on why I am a true indie. I'm not going to tie all that stuff in, but I most certainly can. I most certainly can. I want my rights. I want my freedoms. And I go by the system that is putting forth that I have pledged allegiance to. I would not be pledging allegiance if I did not think that, all right, bam. I would not pledge of allegiance to have to go through represent myself in court, in child support court, not have no rears, not have no any of that. I represented myself and did all that. I had no lawyer. I had lawyers asking me, what office did I work out of? I work out of watching Law and Order, going to the library, and the self-help center uh, at the actual courthouse. You go, you have the opportunity to go to the self-help center. The self-help center, they have everything there for you, and they'll walk you through all of your exhibits. If you got to do an ex parte, if you got to do any of that, they take you through all of that. And it's someone down there like Jeff Thomas Black. You have civil rights activists down there watching to make sure that these practices are going on for the common person who don't have the money to go ahead and pay for it. You guys got to understand, you guys will represent a union for your job to not get fired, right? And you'll go through the process. Well, my union rep go take care of me, right? My union rep go take care of me, right? You still got to go through a process. There's a process that the professor is doing with Sam Lee and everybody else out there, if it's going on, with communicating with DoorDash, them getting back, going over. It's a process that is still going to happen. It's a process that is still going to happen. You put faith in the process. They paid money to put faith in the process. I went through the process, and there you go. What's up, Bobby? I just got done answering some questions from Tammy, and went ahead and spoke about how we got people out there on YouTube that go in to destroy communities, and they go in not knowing anything. And I broke into how the disabled handicap community, they knew nothing about Flex. They're over there. It was all because of Eli and the little bit he knew about the gig world. I helped them out by letting them speak their mind about Eli, what really happened, got their stories out, did that, supported them, and did all that. And now Flex has gotten all them, because I'm doing this work with Eli. That he's got him on like don't like Robert, even though he's helped you guys, he ain't did nothing wrong to you guys. Every time I've seen him up there, he's been all the way good with you. Um, we're seeing how that the other people like Tammy and Barbara and these other people, they're not really associated with the mentally handicapped, with having these disorders. They're not involved with that. So they're from a different community. From their community, they're involved with Flex, and they came in from Eli. And that's how they found, they found me and everybody else. They have not done any research on anyone that they're speaking to. When they hop onto anyone's panel, they don't know anything. We could literally have a gig conversation and they'll just sit quiet the whole time. They know nothing, but they're over there on Flex. They did this ridiculous try to run and go check me out because of how I put her in her place on nobody else has, and run over my stuff. They asked all these questions. We put them in, but these same people have said wherever Eli goes, we're going to destroy wherever he goes. So these people on YouTube have nothing else better to do but try to destroy communities for no reason because they cannot have their own. She has self-admittingly said that she's had multiple times to where she's had 2 weeks off on channels for strikes. She's going through one right now for she docs Bobby. She documented my dad, neighbors, family and friends, mother-in-law, father-in-law. She tied in things that she thought were mine, but they were actually my dad because we have the same exact name. She gave misinformation, falsified. She gave addresses, what cities people live in. She did all that and gave up all the wrong information because she was asking questions on it all, and I'm answering them now. And she defamated my character by saying I did this and I did that when that's not even what it is. Um, you know, I went through the legal system. I did not spend a day in jail. I went in there for a couple hours. The legal system, the state said, nope, we're dropping this. This ain't nothing right here. They get the stories. They go over them. They see what happened. They drop it. They don't know about that. I went ahead and went against that and spoke about that. Um, Went over a whole bunch of stuff. Went over child support, how I don't have a rear or a balance, but it shows there on your record because that's what it does, because you have a child support and your son has not been deceased, or he's not 18. And then if you have any rears, it goes on until then. I went over all of that. That's that there. We went over all that. This is real doxing. Not even Bobby, not even Cherry, not even Flex. And Gary Middleton had a chance to document me because he tried to get me for copyright infringement, and that backfired. That backfired. Okay. Now, someone said if the information is wrong, what is the big deal? Well, the big deal is that when you get people who are upset and they go in and they verbally say, wherever Eli goes, we're going to destroy the communities. Right now they have taken Flex out of being an actual in the gig community. He's riding the fence. Torp, I know you don't like that, but Flex is now riding the fence. He can't even get up there to speak about real gig issues because they have no idea what he's going to be talking about. He's riding the fence. That stops what he calls the lounge. The lounge was a place to where, even though they were saying some negative things, gig workers were able to go, sit, have what they said was a good time, laugh and joke, carry on, drink in front of each other, smoke in front of each other. When you watch the lounge right now, that is definitely not what's going on, because we got communities coming in to destroy other communities. They're taking Flex out of actually being a part of what he does to where he's going to be on the outside looking in, like, how do I get back involved with the gig space? These people are tearing down communities. They're tearing down communities. And it's a big deal because while they're trying to tear down these communities, I got to answer these questions. If I don't answer these questions, that's going to give you just a little bit of whatever you want to make up on top of what it was. So we got to go ahead and do this. And there you go. And here comes Flex. It's all because of people like you and Eli. No, Flex, I would beg to differ, because remember you said we used to be cool. You just come on the panel and everything, Flex. That's not what it is. It's that you don't like Hollywood gig news. And Flex, I'm telling you this, um, the amount of video time that Tammy did on your own live, Flex, the amount of things in time that she was allowed to be on your new channel, Flex, I can do like four. I can do like four Hollywood gig newses with the new channel, Flex. I'm just telling you, she told you she's had the 2 week thing a couple times. She got another one coming in. This is what they do, Flex, and they don't care about whose channel they're on because it's gonna be able to keep their channel lasting a little bit longer. They are channel destroyers, coming in like the Silver Surfer. He came in to destroy the planets. They're coming in to destroy planets, destroying your community, and they're using Eli, okay, as the catalyst so that they can get up in there. That's what they're doing.
Bam. Flex. They use Sambo on your channel. For those of you who don't know from the other communities, I was disappointed in you, Flex. Also, when you were like Jeff Thomas Black, no one knows. He told all the drivers to not go out and drive, and you don't even know why he did that. He was trying to do the great bus boycott. You know, back in civil rights, and Flex said, "I didn't pay attention to the things that you had to learn in school, Reese." Back then, Flex, there was a boycott, the bus boycott. The black people, we refused to ride the bus. Do you know what that did, Flex, to the economy and money? That's what Jeff Thomas Black was trying to say. If all the drivers don't sign on the apps for that day, all those, or if they just decline orders all that day, the gig apps will take a hit. And it will be like the civil rights movement boycott. And if you don't understand that, that says a lot. That means you don't pay attention to black people either. So when Brian DoorDash Sucks called you a racist, there you go. They teach you this in every single school. Flex. You go over civil rights, U.S. history, U.S. government. You go through all of this. You go through Black History Month, Flex. For you to say you've never heard of this or paid attention to it, you are crazy. This is why you allow them people up there. What the hell, Flex? That's why Jeff Thomas Black did that. The bus boycott. Let's bring it back. That's what he was trying to do. Someone said it 60 years ago was ancient history, but you still had enough in you to say it was like 60 years ago. So why the hell Flex don't know? Why the hell Flex don't know it then? They come in to try to destroy communities and they have nothing else to do. One thing you will never do, I'm Hot Facts, and I'm right here always. I'm right here always. Always Coca-Cola. The stuff you drink that poisons you, and then you go ahead and get diet, then you get Coke Zero. You want to do all that stuff? Let me go ahead and get that Diet Coke, please. I buy all processed foods and I say I eat healthy. I buy processed everything and I think it's healthy. I put tons of Bluetooths in my ear all day long because I want to go ahead and let those signals go in and jack me up. I'm going to end up doing the mark of the beast. I'm going to let them put a barcode on me. I'm pretty sure you don't know about the mark of the beast, Flex, since you don't even know about the bus boycott. I'm 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 pretty sure. So if I bring up names like David Duke and other things like that, I'm pretty sure you won't know about these names either. Flex, do you know who Jesse Jackson is? How about this one, Flex? Another living. Do you know who Louis Farrakhan is? I got a good one, Flex. Do you know who D.L. Hughley is? Comedian, kings of comedy and everything. Civil rights activist. He's been to jail and everything. He's also a blood. He goes on the record with it. From Compton. He's made you laugh many a times. You watch his movies and everything. He's debated on CNN, on Fox, with the Megan Kellys and the Mowers, and he's done it all. Do you know who Spike Lee is, Mr. Flex? Do you know who Dick Gregory is, Mr. Flex? Do you know who Flip Wilson is, Mr. Flex? How about one of the most crossover characters we ever had? Do you know who Sammy Davis Jr. is? Now, I'll get into the corrupt world, Flex. You're in New Jersey. You should know about Bumpy Johnson. You should know about the New Jersey boys and Frank Lucas and all of them. They did a lot of work going back and forth from New Jersey, right? You should know about them. Even though they were corrupt, they did a lot of bad things. The government was right on their side, pumping in the stuff to kill people, using them. They using you like that, Flex. They using you like crack in the 80s. It ain't gonna be no more Mr. Flex left. His new channel's gonna be wiped out, people. Hollywood Gig News does not stop doing gig news on that channel just because you're over there. You're doing the exact same thing. And you're letting these people go over there to ruin what you got going on. And they're going to destroy your planet. They're going to destroy your planet. I'm telling you, Flex, you don't know a lot of things, man. You got to understand some things. There are things that I don't say on camera because I don't want to bring in that type of content over to this channel like this. I'm going to do a whole new channel that goes into when I'm getting into those type of issues, which you call conspiracy theories and all of that. That's going to be on something else. You don't bring all that in here. You leave that because they put you on the list. I don't think you know what that list is.
Let me see.
Oh, someone said I said nothing. Oh, Chrissy knows best. Oh, I didn't understand what you said. That's not what I said. Um, you're all the way wrong. I went over everything. Chrissy knows best, so you can go back and listen again if you didn't understand that. I went over everything, so that takes that out there. But we are back on to the to the purple people eaters. A lot of you guys know if you know football, you know Minnesota Vikings back in the day. Flex, I don't think you know about like so when I'm using these old school names and terms, you don't know about what I'm talking about when I do it then, Flex. So that lets me understand a lot. I may have to speak in Pokemon Go. DoorDash Rick said we say ancient history. Rick, this was an incident that happened 4 years ago. So it was 4 years ago, and I already went over it. You can go ahead and check it. I went over everything. It was 4 years ago, but I really thought they were gonna have the one when they were trying to send me up to do some real time when I got the advantage when I got jumped by two dudes. I thought they would have had that, or the one where when I was like uh the cops tried to make me go to court for a weed case that I have to go ahead and give my DNA for, and I did that. That was like maybe like 15 years ago or something like that. Something like that, like 15 years ago. I thought they would have had that stuff. Um, you know, I thought they would have had that, but it wasn't up there. It wasn't up there. But they they doxed Rick. They doxed my dad. They doxed my dad. They doxed my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. They doxed not only that, they doxed some siblings. They doxed neighbors. They gave cities, addresses, and they were doing a whole lot of making up because they knew nothing. That's why they were asking me the questions, and I had to go ahead and do this, Rick. So this is all that was. I went over all of that, and yeah. Oh, I said earlier, Hannibal has been bringing it up in my chats for like almost a year. Saying did something happen in 2019, but he never went into it because he doesn't know the answers. So this separate community, who are upset, they wanted to go ahead and learn. So they asked the questions, and I went over every single thing. And what's gonna happen is with Tammy's channel when I get done with this live, I'm going to be going over, I'm going to be submitting this video in to YouTube also. I'm going to be going over in full detail everything that is written here and on when they're saying everything and tie it all in. And I'm going to go ahead and do it for misinformation. I'm going to do another one for harassment and all this other stuff. I'm gonna do a separate one for each one. They are going up there, but she said that she is used to this right here. She said she's been banned for 2 weeks a couple times, and she has another strike that she already has coming. She says she's waiting on an email, but she did all of this. So when I'm done with this, I'm gonna be having all of this in my notes so I can put in there. So I'm not just hitting the button for it saying like like bullying and that's it. I'm gonna give full description and break it all down, and also have this video up there so that YouTube can actually see and use that also. So it goes into the reason why I'm putting it in. So I hope this answers every single question that was put on here. I hope you guys learn to stay away from people that are here to destroy your community. Oh yeah, see, this is weird, people. You guys can go back and check on Tammy's live that she had for 3 hours if it's still up. You'll see. Oh, the death threats. She says she wants to hire a hitman for me. Ram something said that he wants to come and kill me. That's all there, but it's on her live. You can go back and check. She has it there, and it says 1996. Now, can you do the math right now? Do 41 minus you know, go to 1996. I was 14 in 1996, a freshman in high school. Do 41 minus 14 for me really quick. That was almost 30 years ago, 27 years ago. Now, I'm not the smartest man, but when you were just going into um high school, you cannot have nothing like that. So you got to understand that. And I have never been a security guard with a guard card. I have also told you guys I want to do that. I would not want to do it if I already had one. It would make no sense. So that answers that there. So that is the doxing of my dad, and I have to go ahead and break that down. The death threats and everything else that they did, no one else in the gig world has ever went this far. They're trying to take down things. Flex, be very, very wary while they're on your channel. You don't want them to be going on there putting out false information when I can break it all the way down and send this shit all the way in. There is no way, you know, you should not be looking at that. They're going to be going onto your channel and doing some weird stuff because they don't care about taking them down as long as they can go back at Eli. They have already said that's their overall objective. So, well, I am worried about my channel Flex. Uh, you know, I'm gonna let the I'm gonna let I'm gonna let Flex. I think I'm gonna let the stuttering thing fly because she didn't know all the stuff that you guys did with the Sambo. And not only that, Tammy, you don't know about what they said about Torp's wife. They said, and Flex allowed this on his channel. It's part of Hollywood gig news. She said, I'm not gonna go watch any of that stuff. Yeah, because you'll actually see the truth. They were telling Torp how they're gonna dig up his dead mom and his dead wife and F him and do all this stuff. They talked about a whole bunch of people's wives. They talked about a whole bunch of stuff. They did the Sambo. Flex went so far to wouldn't even let two black content creators talk about black society and what's going on in America. You just heard him say I don't know about that stuff. He didn't pay attention in school. They're talking about black stuff and he didn't want that on. He told me in the DoorDash revolution, take you two black content creators, take your ass over there and leave my white ass alone. So all of this is in the Hollywood gig news. All of this is in the Hollywood gig news. It is all there. I ain't got to go do nothing else like that, Flex. Your first channel already has it. I'm gonna leave the stuttering thing alone because she don't know that you guys did all that and you guys had to take down a whole lot of videos. You took down a whole lot of videos. Cherry Pick hit his channel like 4 times. Cherry hit his channel like 4 times, man, because of what was going on. William Anderson did the most ridiculous to Rolling with Red. He did the most ridiculous with Rolling with Red. You also had the big argument on Hollywood Gig News was the extortion that they were trying to have get done to Red. And then Cody got mad and said, Cherry, you're a piece of shit. And then they argued, and Cherry had to go in. All of that is on my channel on the playlist on Hollywood Gig News Flex. I have it sitting there. So ain't nobody got to go search through my videos. It's there. And it's there for her to see. And if she don't want to go watch this stuff, that lets you know that they're trying to destroy your channel just to get closer to Eli. I'm telling you, Flex, and you are allowing them to make Hollywood Gig News version of your channel 2.0. There you go. I'm just letting you know, Flex, and I'm not lying because everything that I'm saying, it's you saying it. Look at that. Cherry attempted to try to extort me. That's 100% fact. That's on the Hollywood Gig News, people. All of this is there. You knew people trying to come join the community. You got to learn what's going on first before you try to come. You guys were like, we'll get rid of Eli. Everybody go ahead and we'll get rid of Reese because he's doing that. You guys can try hard and hard and hard. Tammy got put in her place. Barbara tried to do her thing nice, put her in her place, put Batman in his place, put everybody in their place, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why I don't care. You know how Eli was like, I'm not gonna do my live until I get this many people inside here because you guys are botting me up. I want you guys to bot me up. I'm the official news channel. If you bot me up, so because even though it's bot up, when I'm on the YouTube studio, it shows me the exact numbers. You can bot me up, and anyone associated with trying to come look at gig work online, they'll see all those bots and see me as the official news channel. And then they'll see that I'm talking about some real stuff about the gig world. They'll see that I'm answering a lot of questions. They'll keep coming back to hot facts, even when you guys are not botting. And that's going to be perfect for me. So I want you guys to keep advertising me in that way. I welcome all of you. I'm the only person that you guys cannot come at like that. I welcome it. And Tammy said, oh, for calling me fat, I'm doing this. No, I called you exactly what the term is. And, fat is what's on your body. I did not call you obese because there's different levels of obesity. Now, there's also three different body types: ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorphs. You also got to throw in your family genetics that plays into all of that stuff too when you're thinking about that, which would make it that you have to do a body fat analysis to all the way get down. Now, once you do your body fat analysis, Tammy, you go ahead and take that percentage that you have, okay, and you times that, okay? You times that by the number of pounds you weigh. That's going to let you know the amount of fat you have on your body. Then from there, we can diagnose and see how much we have to take off of you. I didn't call you anything. I said what you have on you, and you said everyone knows it. So you got to understand what you're talking about first. Thank you. Thank you for that right there. And also, yes, you said this. You don't work out and this and that. Well, I have a whole nother channel that is designed, and I'm showing my new you personal training there. TTMATBF, train the mind and the body follows there. You'll see my success, weight loss results, people getting worked out, the motivation. You'll see my wife bench pressing 185 pounds. You'll see her transformation from having the baby all the way to getting her thing, getting swole, to wanting to go ahead and compete, to doing all of that. You'll see our son in the hospital while doing all that, staying in shape. You'll see us in athletic gear, shirts off, tank tops on, little shorts, getting the workouts in. Got all that. Got on Facebook the new you personal training. You didn't know about any of this. You can always go check out. Got the kid fitness and everything. Dot Fit certified, NASM certified, NCC PT, Irvine Valley College, kinesiology program cert. Also another one in business management and ownership. So I can work for myself. There's a whole lot about what you don't know. There's a whole lot. But before you speak next time, make sure you know. Make sure you know. But all of this is going into your thing, and Flex, Pay attention. This is not a weird dream. They're gonna destroy your channel and all of that. That's why after I said that, you don't have no friends, you made them all run off. That's when Yup and Tommy went up there directly after that, and they were meeting them for the first time. I said everybody up there, they don't even know each other. That's what they're doing, Flex. Your own friends only go up there when someone is coming at you because they feel sorry for you. They see what this is doing. You used to have a cool lounge that I used to have fun doing the gig news about, the Hollywood gig news. It ain't fun no more, Flex. It ain't fun no more. You just dove off the deep end, Flex, and you're allowing these people to tear your channel down. You are allowing it. But Tammy, be prepared for it'll probably be like when I get done with all of this, it'll probably be like a full essay that YouTube is gonna get that's gonna be going through. It'll be a full essay with every single fact that you went over. I answered them, and so it'll be there for them. So just know that that's how Hot Facts works. I don't ban anyone from coming in here. I have a link that's up, that's right there. All of that's right there. Okay, and have fun. Thank you very much. Today's live was just addressing this. People stay away from terrible communities that will try to suck you in because they ain't got nothing else better to do.